You see somehow.
Oh, apparently the music stopped, and nobody told. Oh, I suppose it's my responsibility to know those things. But hey, so for the sake of chat, we are not drinking alcohol because I don't think you're allowed to do that on Twitch. I don't remember.
You're allowed to do that as long as you do it
that's fine.
responsibly. You're
Oh,
not
okay, cool.
inebriated.
What you're not allowed to do is you're not allowed to do drinking streams and call them drinking streams.
And you're not allowed. Well, that's not true either. But
Is that not true anymore? It used to be the case.
Listen, the rules are.
You can't incentivize drinking.
Yeah.
Where people can donate to make you drink.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I actually agree with that as for safety reasons.
Yeah.
But so let's all say what we're drinking. I chose to. Scott really wanted the big D in his mouth. That's right.
Wow.
I wanted the big
fancy.
I wanted the big orange.
Huh?
Sipping tequila. I'm almost done. I actually bought
tequila. Oh my god.
Well, just so you know how old this is, I bought this bottle back when Brittany was pregnant, and we cracked open this bottle, and this is what we celebrated Aurora's birth with. So Rory's over 4.5 now. So this bottle was opened 4.5 years ago, and that's how much is left in it. And it's a typical 750. It's not even a liter. It's just 750 milliliters.
Wow.
So I mean, like, this is, because again, when you buy expensive liquor, you drink it slowly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm of the mind anything that's clear is for mixing.
You might not be, I mean, because there are sipping vodkas. Like, there are really good sipping vodkas. They're just expensive. You're just paying like $140 for a bottle. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which you can get better. You can get like good scotch for say 50 or 60 bucks. So you don't have to pay that much to get, you know. But either way, sorry. But you know, as a rule of thumb, I guess I would agree with you. Sure. Anyways, what are you guys drinking? Come on.
I already said mine in chat. I'm drinking a cheap beach vacation.
I'm drinking Geralt juice.
Nice.
It's basically a Malibu and Coke, but you get the really cheap
smooth.
store brand cola instead.
Tastes like poison.
Rena, what you got? Since you're the one that started this.
I don't want to say now.
Rena,
Anna
is it a
said
Zima?
mixing sucks. No, it's
I don't
vodka.
care. I mixed. Who gives a crap?
I mean,
Anna's wrong.
Mixing's fine.
Actually,
it's just
pretty good.
Yeah.
It's raspberry vodka.
A Long Island is delicious as heck, and it has
syrup.
a lot of it.
And Red Bull.
Nice.
Wait, hold on. Raspberry vodka, raspberry syrup, and Red Bull? Diabetes in a glass, dude.
It's a lit, dude.
Holy
It's so
shit.
fucking good.
I
And I
wanna-
took a shot before.
How many sugars are in that? Holy fuck. That is, oh my God.
Bro, do you think anyone cares?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
It's so good, dude.
Oh, that's alcohol and it tastes pretty good. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with mixing. It's just a different type of drinking.
If you want to make it a different
like
way, then
mixed
you
drinks.
can add you can substitute the Red Bull for orange juice.
No one lives after 30.
And that's like
Josh.
a vodka sunrise right there.
Ew.
Baby.
There you go. Except
I would
not
rather
really.
have Red Bull than the juice, though.
I mean, Red Bull. Oh God. Like I can feel my heart like beating harder just because of what
It's
you're
like
drinking.
all I can. It's like all I can drink when I go out.
Of course, I used to
Red
drink
Bull
Jaeger
vodka.
bombs, but I'm 34 now, man. I want to live.
Jesus.
Okay,
all right.
Jaeger
Will,
bomb in almost 10 years.
I'll
It's fine.
drink whiskey, bourbon, and rye with you there, Will.
SoCo is
Southern
garbage. SoCo is like you
Oh,
went in.
it's
That's like
so
going to the
good.
metro in New York City and licking the ground. You're like, oh, look at this.
please.
That's SoCo.
Oh, I love Southern Comfort. Bro. Are
Oh.
you kidding?
Blah.
That's so good. That's so good.
Oh, so gross.
Oh, I hate Jaeger too, Will. I hate Jaeger with a passion.
I mean, Jaeger's
But how does
also
opiates
garbage.
feel?
But Jaeger's great for shooting. But you don't drink Jaeger, right? You just take a shot.
Jaeger, even then, it's terrible.
It's like a
No.
car that
Instantly wanna
builds in your
hurl.
stomach.
But it's like fun. Like, I don't know, when you do like, if you're doing
It's not
shots.
fun. It
oh, I love
smells
it.
awful.
Oh, I love it. But then again, Will and I, our dad, as opposed to Eric and I, right? Will and I, our dad, drinks Moxie. It's like his favorite soda. And so I grew up drinking Moxie because of dad. And I like Moxie. I like the smell and taste of it. And Jaeger tastes a lot like alcoholic Moxie. So, I mean, that could be why. Oh, I don't know. Anyways,
I prefer shots.
I can't drink beer. Oh God.
Damn, Josh.
Josh.
Also,
Josh
I
goes
just want to
hard.
say I just want to say, Steve, thank you for my cellmate. That was beautiful and hilarious.
All he said was make them shitty, and I was like, gotcha. So,
Sucks ass.
all right. Anyways, so mixing is good. Like, Rena, do you like a martini?
I mean, it's not. I wouldn't order it, but yeah.
Shaken or stirred, if you had to choose.
Dirty or clean?
There's really no difference, but I guess shaken.
Stirred. I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
I prefer.
I'll start
Not-
a war
not
for
sure
this.
what
I
that
think this
means,
is worth
but-
dying for.
I like me a filthy goose martini. That's what I want. I want a filthy goose martini.
That sounds
That's-
super sexual.
Well, hey, it's when you don't put vermouth in there, because vermouth is disgusting, and for old people, you just put extra olive juice inside of it, and then usually 3 olives inside of a filthy goose martini. And so
Olives are gross.
I mean, that's your opinion, but you also have floofy hair, so.
Yeah, that means I am the man.
I'm sorry. What?
Oh, okay.
I can't. Hold on.
Can't hear you over my massive beard.
I'm sorry. What?
So, how does that beard feel? How does that beard feel
Hey.
in a
Hey.
COVID mask? all the
Awful.
time?
Awful.
Yeah,
It is
I think so,
horrible.
yeah.
I'm swallowing hair all day.
Oh god.
What were you saying, Tyler?
Curly hair is the superior hair.
I mean, actually, I think curly hair
Yeah,
is
let's
pretty
start
awesome.
a war for that too.
I-
What,
Get
curly hair
get
versus
couple of
beards?
wars going. Yeah.
I mean, my wife has my wife has very
Curly
curly hair.
hair.
I love curly hair. So I'm just saying, if I had to
Beards.
choose Tyler sexier than messy.
I mean, I will also go and say curly hair is the most versatile hair.
And beards
That's
In
aren't.
the sense, no, in the sense that in order to have curly hair, people it's difficult to have curly hair if it's not natural.
Yeah, because you'd have to perm it.
Yeah.
I
Whereas
see
you
what you're
can
saying.
straighten your hair, you can.
Listen, straightening is not easy though. That's not a fun thing
No.
to do.
No, it's not easy.
I've shaved before, Krim. I actually have been bald. I shaved for almost 2 years. I used to pick my head after I cut my ponytail off. So I had a goatee and a bald head for almost 2 years. Anyways, so
Why Wade's so mad that he lost his hair is because he had curly hair.
well, bad genetics. What are you gonna do?
Well, cheers to alcohol.
Yeah. This is actually God, I forgot how good this is because I drink it so infrequently. You know what I mean? I always forget, like, if you've never had sipping tequila, it's not like the tequila that you're thinking of. It's not what's that? I'm trying to think of tequila brands.
Patron.
Jose Cuervo. See, Patron is like, you can sip Patron, which I like Patron for shooting because it has no. Patron's one of those liquors that you take a whole shot. You can take like a 3-ounce shot and you make no face. There's no burn. There's nothing. It's just like, it's like taking a shot of water. But it's not good for sipping because there's like no flavor to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyways.
That's fair, Tesh. Tesh has a glorious beard.
Actually, I do like Tasha's beard. But Tasha's also Australian, so it doesn't count. You know what I mean? Like, that's like cheating. It's cheating. It's cheating. You know what I mean? The question is, if Tesh can grow a glorious beard, makes you wonder how he looks down under.
As we're cutting you off. That's it.
Well, I don't know. Wade had a sponsored stream today that had to do with tools to trim down under. So maybe
Tesh, excuse me, I have another stream to watch right now. All right.
Tesh, I love you, dude.
Chat must riot. Let's just purge everybody in chat real quick. I think Neil was here for a while. I think maybe it was either immediately after I purged him or shortly after that he went away. Probably because he had to go to bed. All right, so let's get back to the game, huh? So
Back to the swamp.
we're still at that like 6-week mark of what I said, right? And then
Yeah, Shrek come by yet?
I'm sorry?
Shrek hasn't come by and yelled, "Get out my swamp!"
That's not gonna happen.
Somebody.
Ogres don't
Smash
exist
Mouth
in my
says
world.
Excuse you.
Oh,
They
God.
exist in my world.
No, the ogres definitely do exist. I can't wait till I'm not even joking. One of my favorite things to make characters, sorry for the side tangent. One of my favorite things to make characters fight is like giants type creatures. It's like ogres and giants and stuff like that. It's literally my favorite bad guy to throw at parties because they're really good as like one kind of weaker one for low level parties. Amazing for mid level. It's still really fun for high level parties. I fucking love giants. It is literally my favorite enemy. I don't think I could think of any other basic enemy type that I like more than giants as a enemy type. Some people are like, I love dragons. No, but I'm like, nah, giants, man. That's where it's at. All right. Speaking of giants, it's been a giant waste of time for everybody that came here to watch some Dungeons and Dragons. Let's get back into it.
Josh, get out with your demands.
Yeah, let's purge Josh now, and we are not going to. All right, Josh, you know what you said.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh,
now
wow.
August said it.
Oh, man.
Oh boy. Sorry. Oh God.
Regicide's getting dangerous all of a sudden.
Oh man. You guys getting purged.
Tieflings.
God, we're trying to play Dungeons and Dragons here, and you guys are. Oh. Okay, you can say tiefling. I have no problem with tiefling.
Shit.
All right, back to the game. Sorry if you're new to the stream.
Modded them.
It happens automatically. Sorry if you're new to the stream, but if you knew what they were saying, it's not acceptable. Okay, we need to not talk about things like that. All right, moving on. You guys are the 6 weeks have passed, and now you're of course sitting there in your cells. You've just gone through what had just transpired, so on and so forth. And I apologize. The next day, you had discovered not Ophios, Rena. You had just discovered kind of who was it that discovered it? You remember?
I think it was
I
Ophios.
discovered something from my dude.
Ophios, you discovered something. Rena, you did not with yours.
I did not.
And
no.
now the 6 weeks is up, and kind of it's one of those things where you guys realize that next day how things are of course going to start to change. So for instance, they say literally the guards rattle on the cell for each of you in your own time, but we're going to focus on Rena first. Rattle on the cells. It's like that ting 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 as they wake you up in the morning and say, wake up, ladies, vacation is over. And they go and they unlock the cell for you to start coming out. And as you go out, you're led to where you usually go, of course, immediately to the hall. You're able to have your breakfast. You're sitting there, Rena, having your breakfast. And one of the things that you notice, stop, take a look and listen. Ice is back with a new rendition, whatever it is. Ophios.
Okay, you were saying that. You said it so monotone, I almost didn't catch on.
I'm so sorry, Ophios. I forgot. Not this morning yet. Last night, Rena discovered what she did, or Ophios discovered what he did, so on and so forth. That's the night that you choose, after your cellmate falls asleep, that you wanted to do something a little bit different.
Oh, you're talking about me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally 6 weeks are over. Now you're going there and doing something different. So that night, your cellmate falls asleep, and you make a decision of what you wanted to do. Please, go ahead.
Make sure his cellmate's asleep. Might even kill him if he could, but he won't. And he's going to carefully, without jostling the chain or anything, transform into his snake form.
Okay. You change into the snake form, and your plan is, of course, to leave the cell. Where do you... Well, first of all, you can turn into a snake. Because magic here doesn't really exist. But your ability to turn into a snake, even though technically magic is involved, because that makes sense how somebody literally physically transforms from a person into a snake, it's not impeded by whatever it is that makes magic not function as well here. You do turn into a snake successfully. No checks or anything required. No even difficulties. It works same as normal. I'm not saying this because it's important in game. I'm saying it's important for you to know out of game. Okay? Easily turn into a snake, same as you always would beforehand. Your chains that are on you are still on you and still hold you tight, but you think you might be able to get out of them.
What do I need to roll?
to get out of chains. Isn't that a acrobatics? Yeah, acrobatics.
Is that acrobatics?
Yeah, or dexterity save. Dexterity save.
Dex save. Normal, I presume.
Yeah, normal. Are you comfortable with your 11?
That's that borderline 12, 15 mark.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Well,
12.
Okay. So the thing is, you start wiggling your chains and whatnot, trying to get out of them. And you have to make a decision. You can get out of them, but goddamn, trying to wriggle out of them is difficult as hell. It's loud. It's already causing a good amount of noise. Already your cellmate, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Cuddle. Doing. And it's one of those things like, ooh, shit, he almost woke up. You can definitely get out of these, but to do so, it's going to be loud. Or you're going to have to choose not to do it.
He's going to do it because I have an idea of if it's loud and he wakes up.
We don't have luck in Kingmaker because of Josh. I'm sorry. You want to keep doing it?
Yep.
Okay. So you eventually are able to wriggle free from your chains. Roll me a perception check.
God damn, I'm rolling terribly.
You are. Do you want to modify that?
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
Fucking 10.
Messi took all the good rolls. So you try to break free from these chains, and you do successfully get free from them in your snake form, but not before you completely wake up your cellmate who's there. He's going, wow! How do you do that? He says, kind of like looking at you crazy, and one of the snakes kind of sits there, and of course in snake speak, is like, oh, look, somebody's gonna get themselves in troubles. I can't wait, you shits. And the other one looks over and goes, oh, we forgot how to do that, didn't we? You want to bite him?
Yep.
So yes. You can technically bite him, yeah.
I'm assuming that's a hit, a 13.
Yeah. Their AC is not above a 13. 6 points of damage. You injure him, you certainly don't drop him.
What's he do? Because I'll attack again. I want to kill him.
You're gonna kill the guy?
I'll fucking
Yep.
do it again.
That's not what his original plan was, but that's what became the plan. Cool. You can add your initiative modifier. Oh, are you where you need to be? You are not. You can do your initiative now.
Where's my dude?
Right there. Ha! I rolled a natural 1. That's why it's a 4. I rolled a natural 1. Oh my gosh, golly gee willikers.
He loses.
He loses his first round of combat. Holy crap. So, round 1, your turn. Oh my god. Are you comfortable with your 11? You hit. You deal 5 points of damage. Technically still standing, but oh my god, they're not doing well. They on their turn. Is that the person's kind of reactions as they're like freaking out, and the snakes are like hissing and whatnot and trying to like bite back at you, but of course no action, so no actual attack against you. Technically it's your turn again. That is a 23. You hit. Okay, that is the total of 11 plus, where was it, 6? 17 points of damage. I mean, he is not doing good. He is not quite dead yet, but also is lying there with the amount of bites and whatnot. He's got, bye. He's saying, as you're biting at him, he's technically at 0 health, so he's not able to act because he's unconscious. He's out of combat.
All right. I'm gonna roll perception to see if anybody heard or anything.
Yep. Are you happy with 13? With your 17, you absolutely, you can definitely hear people coming. As a matter of fact, you can hear the jingling of keys on the other side of the door that leads into this hallway, as somebody's clearly trying to scrape and get into the hallway that leads to your cell. You can hear that, like it's faint, but you can hear it from the other side, like the scraping and like, come on, fucking.
I'm gonna quickly get back into my bindings or whatever, and transform back. And go to sleep.
So you're gonna try to weasel your way back into your bindings?
Essentially, my goal right here is to quickly make it look like one of the other snakeheads killed him.
Yep, I get what you're saying.
And then pretend like I'm in there.
For you to get back into your bindings, I need a dexterity save, and because you're trying to do it quickly, you're gonna have to roll a disadvantage.
All right. Maybe I'll get a good roll finally.
Try to luck it.
I don't think there are any. It's a 12.
Okay, so you what is it? You get back into your bindings. I mean, you get into them. Are they set perfectly? I don't know. And you go back into your cell, trying to wiggle your way back into your clothing, trying to wiggle your way back into your cell, so on and so forth. And of course you do so. By the time the guard comes over and unlocks the door, you're literally climbing back into your bed. Do they see it or do they not see it? I'm gonna open roll their perception check. Character sheet, normal, public, perception.
Do I contest it with a stealth or?
No. Earl's garbage. So they do not notice you climbing into the bed, but clearly they go. He smacks the bars really hard so they make like a loud dinging noise, and he goes, "What the hell's going on in here?"
Huh? What? What's up?
Deception check. Disadvantage. Good night, Wilhelm.
Yeah, sure.
There it is. There's that luck.
Did you want to modify that to guarantee a success?
No.
Is the DC a 22? What a weird DC to pick, Daelric.
God damn, well, I won't lie, it's a pretty hard sell. But oh god. It's made out of stone, so what do you expect? So anyways, he opens up the gate and walks in there, and for good measure, like smacks you on the side of the head with a stick that he has there. So like stay back, and hits you.
That's fine.
Because it's the middle of the night. He's the only guard that's coming in, and goes over and checks the guy out, and he's like, "God damn it, he's still alive." And he checks the guy. He's like, "I fucking have to waste my time trying to save this motherfucker." And he starts making a medicine check, trying to heal this guy to keep him from dying. He actually successfully heals the guy. I know that the DC can be a 10 or whatever it is, but I have it set to a 15 to make sure that he properly bandages the guy, so on and so forth. And there's another reason why I wanted the 15. He looks the guy over, looks like he's goddamn stabbing himself with his arms again. And then he's looking it over and so on and so forth. And after he finishes like putting the guy and getting him kind of like bandaged up or whatever to make sure he doesn't die, he then says, "What the hell happened here?"
I was asleep. I don't know what you're talking about.
"Go back to sleep," he says. "Try to sleep well tonight." Roll me an insight.
Normal or disadvantage?
Normal.
Okay, because I was on disadvantage still, so I wanted to make sure.
Okay. You happy with that roll?
Yeah, I'll stick with it then.
He walks out the door, slams it shut, leaves. What do you do?
The guy's alive, but he didn't leave with him?
Correct. He's bandaged up.
Cool. I'm going to walk over there after I'm sure he's left and make his own arms bite him and hurt him.
You can't make his own arms bite him and hurt him there.
I can peel their mouth open and have him bite him.
But they're conscious now.
Okay, then they're conscious now?
Yeah. Yeah. He heals them. He's like, I'm awake.
So he's oh, it's not a stable. I thought medicine could only stabilize, but
Oh, sure. He was also kind of on that borderline before.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah.
He'll walk over and he'll just simply whisper, "You gonna keep your mouth shut?"
Yes.
He looks to both heads, all heads. Because you know what happens if you don't.
Yes. Can I get S's in chat, please?
I'm gonna insight this to make sure he's not trying to lie. He's definitely intimidated, but God damn.
It should be a new thing for this channel. You don't get F's in chat, you get S's in chat. So anyways, roll me a perception check, sir.
Okay. Even worse.
Okay.
7, 8, 7. Those have been my dice. So the last 3.
What do you do? Because you believed him.
He'll simply walk back and go to sleep.
By the way, Tyler, I'm disappointed you didn't appropriately roleplay Ophios while he was in snake form. We're all disappointed that that wasn't done.
I didn't need to hiss. I didn't need to speak.
And where's Midori?
Are you talking about me going under the desk and going, yeah,
Midori, I want Midori, I want to pay you to make a snake hand for him. Where's Midori? Midori, hit me up. I want to pay you to make a snake hand for him so he can send the snake hand to Tyler. I want him to have a snake hand. Where are you, Midori? Moving on. So,
actually, I'm tempted. But I think evidence would essentially show that he was killed by me if I used the chain. Because right now, it doesn't make sense for me to turn into snake form and finish him off. Because I don't want that to necessarily be revealed outside of him. And who's to say they would believe him if they said I turned into a snake? I want him dead, though.
So, do you go back to your bed?
Dude, train him. He's my brother. Dude, he's insane and he's old.
Whoa! We just get Wade to guest star, and Wade can play this character.
And then it can be like that Star Wars episode where you had to fight a robot, Scott.
Oh no, I meant more like that entire campaign we played in Lost Initiative.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah, Tyler, your background's looking a little lacking right now. I think you should adjust it.
No. He'll simply say, I mean, I believe him, but he did rat me out thinking I was trying to escape before.
So anyways, while you're sitting there standing over him contemplating what you want to do, like I said, you made your perception check. You didn't notice until after the door that leads to the hallway opened that guards were coming back. And I do mean guards, because when it opens up, you hear multiple boot steps coming this way, multiple pairs of boots coming this way.
So all they would see then if they approached and saw me in there is me standing over him looking at him.
Correct, assuming you continue to still stand there and not trying to quickly dart to go elsewhere. Yep. So anyways, eventually what comes over to the cell is you see 4 guards standing there. They all look annoyed because they all look tired. the guard that was kind of leading the troop of guards, was the one that came into the cell earlier. And he says, know what I noticed?
That he was bit by a snake?
That the teeth were too wide.
Too wide?
Remember, your head is literally a snake's head.
Yeah, but wouldn't his arms be the same?
A hand would be smaller than your head.
Oh. All right. Well, I guess they're going to beat me up.
Oh, yeah. And so you don't visit Rena's tonight. We have a different night. We'll get back to you afterwards. Rena! Tomorrow starts the change of your day. As I was trying to describe beforehand, before we went back to his night beforehand, about his night before, we was trying to get to you, but unfortunately, Messi made him fail. So Messi, even when you succeed, it's your fault. So ting, 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 ting. Bars. Oh, vacation time's over. You know what I mean? You go and you have your breakfast, same as you always do, so on and so forth. But then after that, when you're kind of going to start doing your job, grab up your equipment, so on and so forth, start walking down that way. It's one of those things where the guards say, oh no, come this way.
Oh, both of us?
Has to be, right? Oh, stuck together, yeah.
She's more saying it like sarcastically.
Oh. So anyways, you go following along, and they end up leading you to the restrooms. We need this place cleaned out.
She's just gonna look at the at her cellmate, Razor.
He looks at you angrily, like it's your
now
fault.
It's my fault. Yeah. She'll just look back and she'll just say, with what tools?
Oh, it's not about what tools you've got to use, because, you know, you've got them on hand or hip. You see, the pots that you shit and you piss into, they get dumped down that chute over there. See that? That clears out to outside. Now, every once in a while, it gets so full out there that, you know, things start to back up and the chute itself starts to get a bit clogged. First, what you got to do is, you know, go outside, and all of that's got to be carted up and brought away and dumped outside of the gates. That way, you know, it's kind of cleared out. After you get that job done, clearing out what's set the mounds down below and start the clog, then one of you guys gets the job of being the anchor. I hope you're the anchor, because what happens next is the other person uses the chain to lower themselves down the chute and clear away all that's crusted to the walls, because you want a nice smooth glide going down that chute. We start rebuilding that pile. That's your job for the next month. Well, you know, I hope you get it done in the next month, because the last time somebody didn't finish it, 4 weeks, we let them stay in the chute for a few weeks. That'd be shitty, wouldn't it?
You've got jokes.
Let's go. And he starts bringing you to... Oh no, Viking. Viking, no! Then he starts bringing you down to where it is that you literally... And it's one of those things where you kind of like step back and you're like, that is an impressive amount of shit. It's one of those things where you see how much shit is piled there and you're like, wait a second. You have to think to yourself, how often do they clear this out? And your curiosity isn't because not just there's a mound before you that, you know, apparently spending some of your next month cleaning away, but because you are literally are thinking, how many people does it take to make that big of a pile? And how long does it take for them to do it?
I mean, Scott, when you said that it, or when I said that I was used to shit being thrown at me literally and figuratively, this is not what I had in mind.
You know, you gotta be careful what you say, because I might be twisting the words into some sort of new form of torture.
All right.
Anyways, it's literally one of those things where, and then the fun part is, when you're brought after your long day of work, where you're literally just covered in shit, and mind you, you only bathe once a week, part of your interrogation is they bring you to the bath chambers. And that's where they interrogate you. And they say, Rena, we just need names. A nice bath. I think they put lavender oil in there. I'm sure you could use one right now. I sure wish you would use one right now. It's a nice bath over there.
Just whisper in their ear. Tell them you need to whisper in their ear and then headbang and put shit on their face.
Like the hair kind of whips around.
Yeah.
My hair it's like turn my head really quickly.
You know, all you have to do in this
Whips them in the
situation
face.
is, you know, you just be like, Scott, I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair.
That'd be hilarious. As much as she wants to do that, oh god, she's still. I mean, like they literally started this in the caravan or whatever, and they stayed what? They stayed overnight in that thing, and it was just covered completely. So I mean, she's at this point, she's just like, well, I guess this is what it is now. So she's gonna try really hard, but.
So
Well, she might, you know, like if they're walking her in or out, she might, like kind of like, I kind of really do want to whip her hair like quickly and just be like, oh, sorry, I was just trying to get my hair on the other side of my shoulder, you know, and
you want to antagonize him like that?
just a tad, nothing like overt, something very subtle.
You guys hate your characters. Oh my god. Put them through so much shit.
So anyway, hey, so after you do something like that, they go, you know what? You're right. Queen Rena, we definitely got to make sure that you get at least a little bit of a bath before, I mean, royalty, right? Royalty indeed. You got to make sure of that. While you're sitting in the chair, it's like one of those things where you get pinned down by a few people and you get tied to the chair. So you're not like moving as easily. They pick you up while you're in the chair and lean you over and say, we're at least going to bathe just a small amount of you. And they tip the chair upside down. So literally your face is underwater and you're kept there for a disgustingly long period of time. Eventually they pull you out to try to get air and they say, give us a name. One name.
She won't say anything.
They put it back in until you need to make a constitution save.
All right. What, normal? Or disadvantage? What are we
Normal
talking about
con
here?
save.
Okay.
That constitution save is beautiful because it doesn't count for this one day. It counts for your character's approach to this in the next 2 weeks. Yes, Tyler.
Have we adjusted her stats because she doesn't have the armor on?
Yeah, I thought we did.
'Cause
No,
I
we
don't
have
think
not.
her con modifier should be an 8, so it needs to be
It's supposed to be
less.
3 less, yeah.
So it would be a 17 instead of a 20.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh wait, by rule, are we supposed to make a reroll the adjustment?
I think that particular thing, I don't like those rerolls. I understand it if it's advantage, disadvantage, stuff like that.
It's literally one of those things where I just don't want to change
modifier.
your character sheet. So I think we should just manually make the adjustment where it applies. So it's just kind of for this specific thing. Generally it's reroll, but we're not going to modify the character sheet. We're going to leave the character sheet as it is and just do a manual math for the con and the wisdom right now. Rena, so technically you have a 17 out of 20. Do you want to luck that?
I mean, I could try, yeah.
So 19.
19. Cool. So same idea. You are
Okay.
able to withstand for the next couple of weeks this torture of that. However, that's not the only thing you have to withstand. I do need another Constitution saving throw against something else.
Okay. Or wait, so then same
This is
exact
probably-
thing, but we're gonna...
So correct. You were going to manually reduce 3. Yep.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Mm-hmm. Jeez. It's a 25 or a 24.
So Rena,
You're
before
welcome.
I
took
tell you the
bad
result,
rolls.
before I tell you the result, I just want to roll this really quickly. Hey, chat, really quickly respond. Is Rena in favor or out of favor? Really quickly response. Rena in favor or out of favor? Go quick. Quick.
What is that? What is that?
In or
mean?
out? In. Okay, there's in. Keep going. Go, go, go. In favor, in favor, in favor. Okay. Out. In, I guess. In. All right. Overwhelmingly in so far. So, Rena, I'm going to have you roll me a D100. There is a 65% chance that you are the anchor and a 35% chance that you are the cleaner. Tell me, Rena, what is the, do you want to go high or low is good?
I'm gonna go
You can
low.
still pick mid as well.
Nah.
I'm going low.
Okay, low is good. So 1 to 65, you're the anchor. 66 to 100, you're the
You said 1D100?
correct.
45, you're good.
You're the anchor. With your DC 24,
Yes.
you actually are able to resist the filth fever that you would have contracted, or whatever other diseases you could have contracted for what that had transpired there. Meaning that you're holding your breath at retro con save, the con save for before, was at that exact number. You didn't have a disease or anything like that affecting that number. You didn't have any problems. You resist all the nasty shit. You cover your mouth when you need to. You're smart about it. When you finally do get a bath, which, by the way, actually you only get one bath this entire 2-week period. Just one at the end. You don't get any in the middle. You usually get one a week. You got one at the end. You're able to resist all of it. Every time they try to drown you, you just enjoy the fact that, God damn it, at least it's no longer under your upper lip. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like it's just one of those things where you just resist it. And whatever other talking or anything they do, you resist it. Ophios.
Nice.
Ting, 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 ting. Vacation's over. You were in a lot of
fuck
fucking
you.
pain. You were in a lot of
That's
pain.
his response. He'll just simply say, yeah, fuck you.
Clearly your cellmate is in a lot of pain too, because you tried to kill them last night. The two of you brought to breakfast. It's not good. Your cellmate's like literally you thought your intimidation worked beforehand. Not compared to now. Your cellmate almost died last night because of you. They are very intimidated. Of course, the snake arm that's depressed is more depressed, of course. Sad.
That's the one I want to befriend. The other ones are assholes. So
Just cut it
asshole
off?
and crazy.
Keep it?
Yeah, I just want to bring it with me. You know, some sort of magic that I can just be like, hey, you're coming with me. I'm gonna show you an adventure.
So anyways,
Show you the ways of.
should we
of
lob
the
off this
Snaga.
head and transplant that one on top of it? It'd be like
Yeah,
a big
can
parrot
I do
body with a
that?
little snake head. So, like a Goomba. So anyways, you
I want it to be like long, so like the arm is sticking up, and then it's the snake head, so it's like got like a giraffe head.
chat. Can we get a Mario Brothers Goomba with a snake thrown on top of it for its head, please? That'd be some great copy paste effort. We'd appreciate that. Moving on. So got a little Photoshop. You you're brought to your breakfast, and then again, oh no. You're not doing that job because again you're at kitchen. You were eating rats. It actually wasn't that bad. You're like, I'll crush the insects and eat the rats. This isn't so horrible. You're then brought to your next job. Your next job is you become the sparring partner of the guards.
Ooh.
Yeah. But when you're a sparring partner of the guards, because of course they need to train how it is to make sure that their fighting technique and whatnot is good. Literally, you are put with 6-inch chains onto your ankles. So literally you have almost no movement of your feet, and they're kept kind of awkwardly wide. So you have almost no balance whatsoever with your feet, which is not good. They're, of course, given real weapons, so you hope that their aim is good. And you're, of course, given a wooden weapon, which is more or less just like one of the cudgels or whatever from out there. You are, of course, given the option of what kind of weapon you like. So if you want like a long weapon or like a club or like a sword or whatever it is, but you become the training partner of these guards as they do their training routine. You and your companion are able to work in tandem with one guard that you're fighting against, because it's important that they train against two different opponents at the same time. So two of you actually work in tandem against them. Your partner is not a very good fighter at all, and the number of guards that you're allowed to fight against is actually very limited. It's the same 6 guards that watch after the two of you at all points in time, because of course you're kind of unique and weird here. You can imagine that the only weird thing that the guards see here, but you're not exposed to all of the guards like say Reyna is, because the nation keeps the fact that you exist as like a quiet thing, right? Moving on. How do you survive this? Tyler, I actually want from you, because you have a weapon in hand that you're not really proficient in, I actually need from you a combat check. So if you're not proficient in it, can you apply your charisma? Don't you have to isn't it required proficiency?
It requires proficiency.
Gotcha. So you have to choose strength or dex with the weapon that you're working with.
Dex.
So more or less, because you're not proficient, so you have to use dex, you're rolling a flat dexterity check for the way that you're able to try to defend yourself against their combat, the way you try to hold yourself up.
So here's the question, because I'm proficient in simple and martial weapons. Wouldn't a wooden stick essentially be a simple weapon?
It would. This is an improvised weapon.
Oh, yeah, I'm not proficient in improvised then. Yeah, I guess just a base dexterity, you said? I would like, if possible, if my roll is high enough, I presume would have to factor this, to actually help protect my cellmate at this point.
You're going to try to protect them, you're saying?
Yeah.
You take disadvantage on your roll, but you definitely just defend them, giving them advantage on their roll.
Okay, so I roll disadvantage, they get advantage.
Yep.
Oh my god, that went from a 16 chilling and then rolled back to a 3.
You can actually modify either or both of those rolls. It's just 2 different daddy's dice if you choose to do both.
Theirs is an 18, I presume.
Mm-hmm.
I can modify mine.
Ari, I'm EST. I live in Massachusetts.
I mean, I don't see.
I'm sorry, Messi. What are you saying?
To modify mine.
Correct. It would be a luck to modify. Okay. Yours, theirs, or both of yours. It'd be 2 different luck dice to do both of you.
I don't need to modify theirs. They got an 18. I'm not worried about that. Mine's only a 5 though.
UTC, are you? UTC is the England, isn't it? So I think that's 5 hours difference. So for you, it's probably 5:37 a.m. I think. I'm sorry.
I mean, I guess I can modify his and see if I can get it up to higher. Yeah. Mine doesn't make sense because I won't cross another 5 threshold, but it could be a nasty failure there. So I'll modify his. So you got a 20.
Okay. Now I'm going to roll for the guard. This is again generic roll for the guards over a period of time. We're going to get to other stuff as well. Where's their combat roll? It's a basic.
Yeah, I probably get royally messed up.
You do. But you do also do a good job of defending them. However, like you use a luck die, I have a 25% chance. Damn it. To do this. Ari, just so you know, I do have my Wednesday morning, your Wednesday like afternoon. I go live at 7 a.m. my time, which is I think noon or something like that your time. On Wednesday, that's my more UK friendly show that I do, but you might be at work at that time. Back to you, Tyler.
Scott, he what was the he rolled a 9? So he would have had an 11 otherwise, if not for the advantage. Got it.
Gotcha.
That was what I was curious about. Ophios isn't dead, right?
Oh, so that'd be 10 a.m. your time, I believe. So, I think there's 9 a.m. your time. Ophios is not dead, no. But more or less, they punish you hard every day to the point where they have to bring medics out to keep you, like, you are, Ophios is going to walk away from this place, assuming he walks away from this place, with scars. Like, not a few of them. It is pretty intense how badly they cut and beat him over the course of these weeks as he's going. However, the entire time, he intentionally antagonizes the guards, bringing the attention to them, occasionally throwing up the defense. Maybe even sometimes it's obvious because he can't not make it obvious. Maybe sometimes doing it on the sly, trying to defend the other person. One of those things where you do everything in your power to try to make sure that you take the beatings and try to aid the other one as much as possible. Roll me an insight with advantage. Perfect. So you with your insight check, I assume you don't want to modify that?
No.
Okay. Chat, I do want to point out I have no daddy's dice, so if you want to love me. So with your 19 insight, you actually realize, not the 4th day, not the 5th day, but definitely by the 7th day, the 9th day, 12th day, they know what you're doing. They know that you're actually biding them time to heal and rest up. You notice a tone change with the snake person, with Sloko. You
Please
notice
tell me he's not getting, he's coming out of his crazed mentality.
I wouldn't say necessarily coming out of the crazy mentality, but they're definitely coming to be more friendly with you. They definitely seem to appreciate you more. You notice it not while you're fighting. While you're fighting, you're just trying to survive. But one of those things where when you make your first complaint about their crazy ramblings at night, like a day's in, like again, like a week or so in, you notice that the first time in the middle of the night, was like, would you just shut up while they do the crazy ramblings? You actually hear one of the snake arms coaxing the primary head to be quieter, to simmer down a bit, trying to get them to be quiet. Another point in time when another prisoner tries to like get you guys face about something, usually they would just kind of like hang back, and if you're going to get back in their face and whatever altercation happens, they actually step up. It's one of those things where there's that obvious presence that they have your back or whatever might transpire between you and the other prisoner, letting you know like they're there with you. You notice a complete tone change between that Sloko towards you. However, your investigations go like this. Assuming things will be canonical, as I just said, assuming things go well with the investigations, or at least okay. Your investigation is, as you're lying, beaten and broken on the ground where they trained you, they're coming over to administer medical attention, medical aid. They literally sit there and say, slowly mixing together mortar and pestle, the salves or whatnot they're going to use on you, slowly getting out the bandages. They start asking you questions. So, Ophios is your name, right? What's, give me some names. Tell me. Tell me about this revolution that you were doing. Who else is involved? Who else is here?
Well, I made friends
Who's
with
back?
the frogs in the swamp.
So you continue to be difficult. The way that they treat your difficultness, and I'm going to need checks in a moment, is they mix the medicines as needed, of course, because you need to survive. They need to continue questioning you. But they don't just mixing the appropriate medicines you need to heal you. They're also mixing things like poison ivy or oak to make sure that it is miserable, that it is hell, as they rub this into your wounds. Yes, sir.
Immune to poison.
I know. They also mix in things like poison ivy and oak into it. But they also grab things like, instead of grabbing the clean rags that they have there, they'll actually go and rip off rags from your old dirty clothes, because you barely ever get to get changed, or maybe something else nearby, and they use those to bandage your wounds. I need from you, Tyler, for two different reasons. I need from you, one, a Constitution saving throw, and then after that, I'm going to need another one. That first Constitution save was very important because it literally pertains to how broken they broke you. If you were going to have, this is a very important one, whether or not you were going to have permanent damage to your character because of how it is that they're choosing to mess with you because of how it was you handled the night beforehand. Literally the transition night, that's when you chose to piss them off. Good job. Anyways, so so you actually are able to withstand their beatings and whatnot very well. The way that they choose to the way that they choose to what's the word I'm looking for? Investigate you, rubbing in salves that have effective poisons or practice, kind of like bad medicines or whatever inside of it, giving those to you, pushing pressure into open wounds and whatnot. You resist all of it. Scars, like I said beforehand, nothing more than that. And then against, of course, disease, because, you know.
Yep.
Not immune to disease.
Yep, I got disease.
Your character comes down at the tail end of all of this. A horrible fever. He is not doing well. He is, unfortunately, feeling very sick for everything that's going on. The good news to all this is when it's all said and done, you, sir, realize that the Sloko, when you're fevering at the end of the night, when you're horribly suffering from your fever, sorry, from the sickness, your fever's hitting you while you're trying to sleep at night, the Sloko that's with you saved a little bit of his water, tears off a bit of his clothes, wets a rag. It helps keep your temperature where it needs to be. Actually, it aids you in different ways, tries to keep you alive. We'll worry about those next 2 weeks afterwards. Rena. flip
My
side,
manipulation worked on my cellmate. Thank God.
God.
Don't worry, Tyler. You're going to survive because DJ Mycene in the house. DJ Mycene keeping you quiet as a mouse.
I hate it. I hate it.
Oh my God.
Ovios, can he die to get rid of DJ? Right now?
Sorry. Moving on.
I can't, Josh, no. I that kind is below my kind in the hierarchy of the Slokona. Or the Sloko.
So you, Rena, remember how you were the anchor?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
That's a good thing. You weren't going down the chute.
Oh, I know. It still sucks.
Your cellmate came down with a sickness.
Of course he did.
What do you do?
Oh, it sucks. I'm, sorry about it, bud. I don't know. Hey, whatever. We've been neutral. He's been pissed off at me. So what? He's in need of. So you're sick. Oh,
Like,
sorry.
because I'm a woman, I'm gonna take
you expect
care of
me
you?
to do something? Oh, thought I had no spine. I thought I had no backbone. I don't know, just not feeling up to the task, you know? You good though, right?
What would
Okay.
Rena do though?
Oh, she wouldn't do shit. No. Sorry.
Now, would she antagonize or try to make
No,
or was she just same as
no,
always, leave it alone?
she's just gonna leave him alone.
I like the side of Rena. The best part of waking up. Rena is a douche.
It's really, really actually interesting how Ophio started out as a douche and became nicer to his cellmate, whereas Rena was nonchalant and then was like, no, fuck you.
He wasn't having it, so she's like, oh, thought you didn't need my help, but it's fine. It's fine. He's on his own.
You guys have been in the prison for a solid 2 months now, right? It's been 8 weeks. Messy. Did you pick out some items? We don't need to talk about, we can spend less than 5 minutes. I want to talk about magic items real quick. Did you pick out things that you'd want to purchase?
Did
you completely ignore Discord and chat?
No,
wow.
I was trying to find something from 2 weeks ago.
Chat, remember this next time he asks you for something.
I first of all, I didn't ask for this. You asked them for this.
Whatever you say.
That's my number one note. Number two, again, I was trying to find something from 2 weeks ago, and I can't seem to find it. I've been digging for. I know I wrote it down somewhere, but I can't find it.
What is it?
So, it's I know I got magic missile and touch of combustion. I was just trying to figure out what the third spell was, because I wanted to. While
Touch
we
of
were
gracelessness.
Touch of gracelessness.
Yeah.
Wasn't there an ice? There was something ice related though, right?
Reina's heart.
Apparently. No, something else. Anyway, I was writing it down, and I was gonna buy the supplies for that and learn those spells. But I thought I had more time, honestly.
Okay, well, then we don't have to worry about that. Let's get to the RP part.
Cool.
Needless to say, you trek down into the brain's not working. You trek down into Forvin. Not Forvin. So you trek down to where you were beforehand. Is a little bit quicker this time, because this time Peredhel gives you a proper ship. However, by request of what's this fuck? Cadis, you need to, the ship is not flying a Peredhel flag. It is also doesn't have telltale Peredhel signs. It's also not undercover either. Like somebody that knows ships would be like, oh wow, that's a Peredhel ship coming down or vessel coming down. But somebody that doesn't know ships are probably like, oh, there's a boat. You know what I mean? Again, this is going down a river, not traveling through an ocean or anything like that. So this is much smaller, more sleek, so on and so forth. Definitely lots of rowing and whatnot capable of happening. And so, of course, you're going to be traveling down there. While you're traveling down there, you can imagine you're going to have conversations with Cadis. I really have to pee. Can I, like, run back in 1 minute? Can you guys, like, give me 1 minute?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you so much. I really have to pee. That tequila hit me.
What an asshole.
I do want to say that Ophios went and attacked his cellmate, except that his cellmate literally said, oh, you're going to get in trouble. Like, he was literally threatening me. So I was like, nope, you getting fucked up.
I mean, you guys both your cellmates suck, so.
Yeah. I honestly did not want to kill my cellmate in that moment. I wanted to kill him earlier when I was in the kitchen, and then I was like, no, this could be useful later. And then I was like, I was upset by my persuasions. But I'm so glad I natty 20 when I did, because if he would have made me have to change something about Ophios, I would have been upset. That was key. Critical victory there. Man, I'm so pissed about my other rolls, though.
Now you know
How are you
I
feeling,
feel
Reina?
every
I
fucking
honestly
week.
did not expect your character to be all like, because I expected her. Honestly, Ophios would have been tending to him and being like, "Is this what somebody with no backbone does?" That's how Ophios's mind would work. So I'm genuinely curious. Reina's thought. It's just that.
So she met like Razor or whatever, and he was very hostile or hostile to her. Her initial plan was to just be neutral, like to go into it, be as neutral as she can be, and just get through it. Essentially, she's just gonna buckle down and get through it, just to finish it, because she's become very impatient at this point, and so she's very much just trying to get things done and have something go right for once. You know, so that's why she wasn't trying to start anything. But with his attitude and her hot-headedness, she was very much like, you know what, I like, this could have gone differently. We could have been like we could have been friends or whatever. We could have been on the same side at least. But with the attitude that he was giving her, she was like, I don't, and because she doesn't have anything to prove to this guy. Like, who is he, right? How did he wind up here in this prison? Like, whatever. Yeah. So it's not her focus. So she really doesn't. I mean, she's very much distracted in the way that she's just not caring. Yeah, she doesn't care. She's very focused more on like just getting through it. And she's more she's thinking about everything that happened up to this point, and her and Ophios were working together, and then all of a sudden they're separated. So now she's just kind of focused on, okay, all right, how are we going to get through this, and how are we going to I don't know, work on, I guess, her finding him, you know what I mean? Because she has no idea. I'm assuming we haven't seen each other just like in passerby or whatever.
And honestly, that's what I was trying to do that night, was Ophios was going to sneak out and see if he could explore and stuff. And
I imagine this is a large place, so it's not like,
unfortunately the chain rattles and everything else, and he didn't trust his cellmate, so he attacked his cellmate. And because that's on his mind too. And essentially his process and the reason he's being so negative towards all of these, I mean, first of all, he started out as that's just his personality, is being snarky. But at the same time, he's doing it because he's thinking of like, I have to get through this. I have to be strong. Like, Reina's strong and can survive all this crap. So
yeah, so that's why she's very like detached, I guess, from her sense of caring, at least in this situation too, because he's like met her with attitude, and she was like, no, That's fine. If you want to be on your side of things, I'll be on my side of things. I'll mind my own business. You mind yours. So she's not really ready to. She's not jumping at the opportunity to make a connection here. She's just trying to get through it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of dark and harsh, but I think it makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
Considering everything they've been through.
I mean, that is definitely a coping mechanism for people going through. This is not meant to be like a normal prison. This is meant to be. Right. It's a gulag,
break
right?
You.
Yeah.
This is very much meant to break you. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sorry if we started talking about stuff we normally talk in the after show, but.
No, please. I had to pee really, really, really bad. And when I was done peeing and I was washing my hands, I looked in the mirror and you know what I thought? I really miss haircuts.
Eric, I have something for you, Scott.
But I haven't had a haircut since February? Since like mid-February?
Here you go, Scott.
It's not long enough to tie back. It's so long. Like look at this. My hair is so long. I usually have. Oh my
God, Scott, your hair is so long.
But that's
your hair is so long, Scott.
Your hair is
so long.
Mine is usually what's called finger length, which is the width of the woman who cuts my hair. It's the width of her fingers, and she has small fingers. Like it's one of those like it's the this this of her finger. That's how long it is usually. This is crazy.
Messy. You want to get in this hair length talk? Because Rena clearly wins, but
I was there like 2 weeks ago, bro. I was right there with you 2 weeks ago. And I said, this sucks.
It's not that I don't post them often. It's that we don't record them often. We almost never record after. I think I've recorded 3 or 4 total ever. You know what I mean? So it's just,
we've recorded 1 for this.
One for this one, 0 for Thronekeeper because we haven't played Thronekeeper, and only 2 ever for Kingmaker because it's hard to do it for them. We have to do it before the show instead of after. For that one. Anyways.
Oh, true.
So, all right. Anyways, I'm gonna keep playing with my hair because it's disgustingly long. Granted, I used to have a ponytail many years ago, but what's up?
How much are slippers of spider climbing?
I'll look it up. Like I said, get a list, and I'll look it up. Cool.
Okay.
All right, moving on. You guys are. You imagine there's not much of a conversation as you're getting things ready for you guys to leave, and then you get into the boat and you start sailing south, and then eventually east. While you're sailing, before you even bump into Leshev, or maybe after, you said you wanted to have a conversation with Cadis, and I imagine with What's-Her-Fluff as well. What do you want to have a conversation about?
Don't remember.
Who do you want to talk to? Who do you want to talk to? Cadis, her, or both? First.
I think I wanted to talk to Cadis about the time scale on freeing them and whether or not he could do that without approval, which we kind of already did off camera, but I'll just bring it on. He would ask him, he would ask Cadis, I don't know what your agreement was with Ophios and Rena, but you did tell me that we were planning on releasing them in the future.
I said, if the investigation proves fruitful for their accusations, then I would potentially release them. Because it would aid us.
Right. Do you think we could use their help now? Or is there more you wanted to do for yourself before you were convinced of the dangers of Lopers?
What you have suggested has not been proven.
He's just not going to bring it up again, because the last 2 times he's brought it up, he's gotten basically the same answer, so...
Yep. And what was the other thing you want to talk to him about?
I don't remember.
Okay. Then, no, that's fine. I don't remember either. Sorry. So then, you guys are going to be continuing to sail south and continuing to sail east to make your way there.
Oh, there was one thing. He would ask him why he didn't mention the Lopers the first time when he talked to High Commander Barnes by himself.
Oh, Okay, so good. Throw that in-game context, as Elijah would say it.
Okay. You know, Cadus, the High Commander and I did have a lovely conversation. But she seemed to be unfamiliar with the idea of lopers. The way you had suggested it to me, it sounded like there was more going on. And there clearly wasn't.
What I was alluding to when I was speaking to you beforehand was that she knew, or at some point outright said, about snake people. People that hunt down. Sorry, it was snake people existing. Lopers are not one and the same with this. Now, I knew that Ophios was a snake man because he showed himself to me. But it seems as though the commander already knew that he was as well. She did not, however, know about the Lopers, and I did not tell her about them.
And what was your reasoning for that? That seemed to slow communications down. Do you not trust her?
What if she was one?
Well, if she was one, then she probably would have laughed me out the room and not given us the papers to proceed with our investigation.
I understand this. You were willing to take an extra risk that I was not. I was calculating the situation and decided that giving her as much information as needed for us to continue the investigation, and if we were comfortable with it, we could move forward and inform her of what we had discovered. And, assuming all was well at the time, we could inform her of this together. If it turned out she was a loper, we would have to handle it together. Fortunately, when you met with her yourself and informed her, she was not one.
I think you were playing it a bit too safe.
I told you we need to be more straightforward with her. You took that one step further than I was willing to. For that, I commend you and respect.
Yeah, Elijah's going to be a bit frustrated at this. But he's not gonna push any further. He'll leave it be.
So now she's aware of the fact that lopers exist, and she's willing to bankroll as well as aid our investigation. She's given to me a mark of her position, which means, well, it means less where we're going than it does where we were, but it means that I carry her word. For the sake of our investigation, I have her authorization for it. And that carries less value outside of her province, certainly outside of her region, but it still carries much value. She said something about don't lose this one. I'd never lost one prior, so I wasn't sure what she was referring to. Was that a part of your conversation with her?
Not that I can recall.
That one slung past me as well. I didn't know what she meant by don't lose this one. Either way. We,
It's, obviously, you're not a heavy drinker. There's no way you would have forgotten receiving one of these, correct?
heavy drinker forgotten to receive one of what?
You're not a heavy drinker.
Oh,
so
yeah,
there's no way
receiving
you
one
would
of
have
these marks.
forgotten You received one.
He says, no, I definitely would not have forgotten. I've received them in the past from other commanders for other reasons when I was a lower rank. It's the first time I've received one from someone so high.
So, is it possible that someone impersonated you to get one of these?
I don't think she was referring to me specifically.
Okay. Was she? She doesn't seem the type to make friendly banter like that. That's all.
With you, we have a small amount of banter.
possibly. That being said, are you willing to do whatever it takes to see to the end of this? She did warn me that if you were wrong and something happened, that you could result in being court-martialed.
I am loyal to my nation. I'm loyal to my people. I will do what needs to be done for the benefit of both of them. Of both.
If you had to choose between protecting a suspect's life before they're given trial and seeing to the end of this investigation, which would you choose?
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question.
If you had to kill without proof in order to determine if there are lopers in your high command,
I would not do that.
Thank you. I suggest we continue and move quickly.
I agree. But, for the sake of friendly banter, what was your opinion?
Of what? Of who?
Her.
She's definitely fierce.
Hey, are we? If you're still here, totally check out youtube.com/Daelric and start with the Kingmaker campaign if you want to start from the beginning of it all. Season 1, Session 1, or even their Season 1, Session 0s. Or if just this one, it's just, again, youtube.com/Daelric and the Regicide one to catch what this crew does. Go ahead, I'm sorry, Messi.
Fair warning, if you like it and decide to sub, do not ring the bell. Okay.
Do not ring the bell on YouTube. Do not ring the bell on YouTube. Go ahead, Messi.
Yeah, that should be a bot. Yeah, so my opinion of her is that she is strong and fierce, very dedicated to her country, and quite frankly, I dread the day I have to face her on the battlefield.
As an individual warrior, I don't think she's particularly skilled. However, as a commander, some would say she's unparalleled.
That's what I'm worried about. It's interesting that we're like buddies, but like we're gonna be killing each other and like when this is over.
Yeah. So he
All
says,
right, see you on the other side, buddy.
Yeah. So you guys continue to trek through. You get to, you pass by Leshev again. And again, there's that whole situation of merchants kind of going through. There's far less merchants there now than there were beforehand. There's still some that like the idea of being within proximity of the other place, but most of them went through it into Adir. Into the central Adir. To where Kurzweil and whatnot are. As you make your way further down, you can eventually pass by Forvin. That's the town. Again, there's a bunch of undead dead things. You're trying to avoid that situation, and of course you do. And again, there's that large lake that you're passing through, which you can occasionally in the middle of the night you hear the.
Sorry, I skipped dinner.
And the screams. And the screams like that in the middle of the night. That was a terrible scream. Anyways.
Oh my god, a monster!
Oh my god, it's Elijah! Everybody scream!
Can you do that noise again?
I mean Michael Jordan Jackson III.
Sorry. I kept it long that time for Rena.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah?
I was like, can't let it go. Gotta make sure I impress
So
Rena.
Headphones, put in headphones, bring it out of breath.
Impress Rena. Yeah, right.
I'm so glad I heard that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Awesome.
All right. I'll make it an
What did
MP3
Elijah
again.
do?
It's my ringtone.
Nice.
Probably not gonna put up headphones. I was like, nah, that shouldn't be a peaking or anything. All right, back to you. You hear the noises again. There's the screams in the middle of the night. There's at one point in time too where you even feel on your ship, literally when you're sitting below deck, like that like scratching noise. You know. Happening.
Quiet because Zoom like mutes it.
Yeah.
It's like background noise. So yeah.
But you heard a little bit, I imagine.
Yeah, it sounds like a windbreaker. You're scratching a windbreaker.
Yeah. So that's unfortunately it's not real wood. It's like laminate covered plot, what plywood or whatever. But anyway, so you're it's a desk. So you're you hear like that scratching noise in the bottom of the ship, on the bottom of the ship as something is trying to come up and break through. Fortunately for you, your ship actually is secretly filled with Peredhel soldiers. So when you guys are when whatever it is that comes out board the deck and fights, there's a good fight back between the people on the top of the ship and whatever it was. In the morning when you speak to what's his name, Cadus about it, he informs you. He's like, I imagine you stayed below deck all night again.
It was louder this time.
The creatures that came up had a foul stench to them. Or a creature, he said, came up, he had a foul stench to it. We destroyed the thing, but not before it was able to rip open the flesh of one of the crew of ours. He still can't move right now. Paralyzed. I'm hoping the next town we can find some sort of medicine to cure the ailment.
I'm trying to recall when we were in a deer last. I don't think they had like a real cure for it. Weren't they like in really short supply of a cure?
A cure for the sake of the zombies spreading.
Not a cure for an individual.
Yeah, this is a paralysis thing. You don't know what this is.
Oh. Okay.
Nothing? Okay, cool. So,
Well, wait, no, nothing. Just make sure the man, although he is paralyzed, if he does pass in the night, he will come back as a spirit, as we've seen. So it's probably best to keep watch, just in case.
we will. And we'll see to it that he survives, too. He shouldn't be dying in lands that he's not at war with nor defending.
It's not a choice every soldier gets to make.
He nods, but it's one we can make for them.
Well, not exactly, but okay, you're missing the point, but that's fine.
He's Captain missing the point.
Yeah, he's great at that.
Captain MTP. So, you make your way through the lake, up the river, through Hodgwen. Hodgwen's an interesting place. They're doing what they can, but
That's nice.
far less
I
of a
like to hear
zombie
that.
problem than there was. It seems like they kind of got it under control. Definitely more soldiers seem to be active now than were before. That's good news. Yeah. Anyways, make it through there.
I'm
Eventually,
sure that's not related to anything that happened in Kingmaker or Thronekeeper. No, Kingmaker. Yeah, Kingmaker.
who knows?
Sure. It's not
Eventually, you
related.
make your way to that town that used to be Ostrad. And of course, there are, again, the military is there. You make your way into the town, and you don't speak to the brigade, the battalion person. You don't care about that. The boat is, of course, stationed here. The whole crew are allowed to relax here. You don't bring any of the crew with you, and the three of you are able to start heading south. You head south again till eventually you find the river, travel along that river until you find the keep that happens to be down there. That has the approximately 1,000 soldiers or whatever it is outside of it that's stationed there. Eventually you find your way. You've been traveling for what? In total now, over 6 weeks to get here. From when you left Momly originally, or whatever the town is before originally, to here. It's been over 6 weeks. And you finally are here again. And now that you're here, actually, I think it's over 7 weeks. Now that you're finally here again, you're standing.
It's been like 4 weeks since I've been here last, but
Correct.
7 weeks since Rita and Ophius went away.
Yeah, somewhere along those lines, yeah. So you're finally here again, traveling this whole while, Cadus and Ophelia. And you stand once again before the same commander that you had seen before. He is, of course, a battle commander, so 1 rank above this guy. And similar idea, he's Cadus. Sorry, Cadus, it's strange to see you here. I thought we had an understanding before. Commander, of course. I respect your decision, but I have my own reasons to be here. So I went and spoke with High Commander Barbara Barnes.
Barnes, yep, perfect.
And
See, that one you can't forget.
I can't. And informed her of the situation. And the commander kind of crosses his arms and says, "Interesting. What did Commander Barnes have to say?" He reaches into his into his pack, his pouch, and he pulls out her symbol, literally the symbol of her office, and says that I have authority to investigate the matters at hand. And the battle commander doesn't reach out his hand, even though it's like held out for him to take it, doesn't take it or anything like that, just looks at it and gives him a look and says, "You're pulling rank on me." And Cicada says, "Only returning the favor." And there's like that moment where he like locks eyes and narrows, like he's clearly not happy with the situation. As you can see, without even rolling an insight, you can see he's contemplating like, she doesn't technically have station here. I could try to counter her, but she is 2 ranks above him. Somebody that's extremely well respected in his military. Does he really want to try to play?
If he did,
yeah, it's like he could play the technicality to still maintain official here, but you don't really. There's a like kind of weight to there. You see that literally his decision is weighing on like the edge of a sword. You can see he's trying to calculate whether or not he wants to make a decision this way or that. Do you weigh in at all?
Probably before he, like after a few seconds of him weighing the options and not responding, Elijah would just say to Cadus, "Should we get going then?" And then he'd start like walking forward, like approaching, like ready to just walk past the guy if he's not going to say anything, just like trying to really quickly start this process, so it's a lot harder for him to stop it.
Gotcha. Kind of like trying to do, okay, I like that. That's cute.
Cute. Okay.
It's not, you know what? That's not intimidation. It's not really persuasion. It's not really bluff either. I feel like that's just raw charisma. I feel like that's a raw charisma check on that one. Chat, does that feel like a raw charisma check? I think it does.
What was the actual phrasing? I'd like to chime in.
Yeah, he just simply says, again, it's one of those things where they're at a standoff and you can tell that the commander that's between you and your goal, him and his goal, is like trying to calculate whether or not he wants to try to play the technicality to stop them. And his response is, "All right, well, let's not waste time. Let's get started then." And starts walking in. It's not persuasive. It's not intimidating. It's not deceptive.
Yeah, that would be a straight charisma.
Is that straight charisma? Because anyone could do that. I mean, come on.
It honestly doesn't feel like it's. Yeah, it just feels like he's just doing something. I don't think it's a role.
Is he going to stop me? Because if he's not going to stop me, it's an auto succeed. If he's going to try to stop me, then I have to have a conversation.
I definitely do agree with Messy's point there.
No, because again, it's one of those things where you're literally using your raw charisma in the situation to just push things over the edge without there being necessarily needing to be any further confrontation. That it's just done here and now. I'm going to say raw charisma check. I'm done.
I'm so fucking shit at raw charisma.
I think it should be an athletics check to see if you can get past him fast enough that he can't.
This session is
I think
your
you're pretty
session.
charismatic there.
I mean, I said 3 words.
After all of
That's all
Ophios,
thanks.
after all of Ophios's blood, after all of Rena's shit, and after all of your
I'm
successes,
just walking past these guys like they're nothing.
we need to call this the messy session. This is just the messy session.
You're right. It is quite messy. Blood, poop, clean up, slicing into people and leaving them alive.
It's a messy session.
Sicknesses. It's the messy session. It's messy.
Yeah. I love
If
it.
that's
Okay.
what you guys, if you guys want to dedicate this episode to me, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time you succeeded consistently
Alright,
ever
On important things.
on
it's
important
kinda
things.
late, I'll just-
You know? God, it's amazing.
I mean, I will say when it came down to the Constitution saves and not release information and keep
clutch.
character, Rena and I were pretty clutch.
It's clutch.
All right, so continuing
You
with
really
you, sir.
failed everything to get there, didn't you? Anyway, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Almost over. It's literally one of those things you walk by, and Cadus gives one like slightly lingering extra stare, like an extra half second to second, and then says, "Indeed," and starts walking with you. And Ophelia is just like, I am not going to step out of turn or be quippy or anything whatsoever. She does not make eye contact. She does not do anything. She almost uses Cadus as like a wall between the commander's stare and her. Just try to slink on by, and the three of you walk past him and into the keep that's there. Now, it's important to note that this keep, the wall, because obviously the keep is 4 walls, right? The wall of the keep that faces towards the river itself is actually completely destroyed, completely collapsed, leaving exposed on the inside, the whole inside of the keep exposed. There's just rubble rolling down, filling up the area. So you almost like would walk up the pile of rubble of where the wall once was to get up to the level of the first level here. There's of course a second level to the keep as we described beforehand. The whole thing is, as was described before, it looks very similar, not identical, but very similar to the structure of the castle that exists inside Kurzfall, right? So it looks very similar to that. You start walking up, so you start approaching the thing, approaching the keep itself. What do you do? Say anything?
Is it mostly empty? Are there people inside working here, or is it like guarded off, like no one inside?
No one's going inside or anything. You do actually see that right outside the rubble, there are a few different, clearly by looking at them, there's a few different like lieutenants, people that you imagine are the, as opposed to while that battle commander is the person that kind of like runs everything out here while she's inside. The higher commander is going to be immediately inside the place handling whatever research are happening. But she would also have her own assistants. And you can clearly tell by the people that are outside, or I should say, technically you should make a history check.
Okay.
You can clearly tell the people that are right outside the rubble with the tent or whatever they have set up. The tent is like a whole flap, a whole wall that can stay open, funny enough, in front of a castle, an open wall. And there's tables and everything set up inside there and whatever they're using for their research. That these are meant to be the officers that are her assistants in the research. Do you say anything as you approach towards there?
Yeah, I would honestly look to Cadus and say, you know, they don't know we're here yet. Maybe we could get a head start somewhere.
How so?
I mean, if the, what's the rank of this? Do I know the rank of this commander? Just a commander?
The woman in here?
Yeah.
Woman
Would I
in charge.
know? I don't. If I wouldn't know, then I would just call her commander.
Yep, she is a field commander. So,
She's a field. Okay.
correct, not a high commander. She doesn't run an entire, yeah, go ahead.
If the field commander doesn't know that we're in here, we could start poking around before she has time to prepare for us to poke around, if you get what I'm saying.
You want to just walk in.
I want to just walk in.
Nods. Very well. And starts walking in. Ophelia looks happy.
I like that. I like it. You know what? Okay. All right. Cool. Let's do it.
You guys just walk right past the tent. And do you try to like slip around the backside? Or no, we're just plain view walking in.
I would say, yeah, we don't, not trying to look like we're slinking past, like we're not like crouched or like, you know.
You have to
casting
roll a
invisibility or
deception
whatever,
check,
but
not because you're trying to be deceptive against the people here. You're just walking, right? You're actually rolling a
Yeah.
deception check against Cadus to try to lead him around the back side of the tent instead of the front open side of the tent. Just one of those things where if you're leading the walk, you're trying to like get him to go that way without noticing that you're trying to get him to go that way.
Why are you making me roll things I have 0 in? Okay.
What do you think he did to me? Yeah, I have a -1 in intelligence, and he made me roll that.
Okay. Fuck. All right. I'm trying to think of a better way, but I can't come up with one, so I'm just gonna go.
Nice, Rena. Nice.
You guys think I should luck it, or should I just let him know? Like, should it be obvious? I'm freaking out.
Luck it.
I've never gotten this far before.
Luck it.
Luck it.
A deception? Yeah, luck it.
Boom.
Oh, okay. Well, nothing to lose, I
Well,
suppose.
fuck.
Sorry.
I was waiting for it because I knew. I was like, earlier they gave me, I got some daddy dice. You got no luck die.
Oh, poor chat.
Yeah, I
My
kind
one-
of
Doesn't
my
like
one
us
bad roll.
anymore.
I was on a perfect roll streak.
I love how Steve, the captain of chaos, just like, luck it. Come on, luck it.
Do it. I dare you. You go.
Never mind, didn't know. Okay, yeah, sure, Steve.
Yeah, no, nobody believes you, Steve. Aklo failed. Nice. Moving on. So you go walk, try to lead him around. He stops. I understand what you're trying to do.
Well, then come on.
Persuasion check.
Ugh. I wish I knew. I can't luck it. So
He thinks for a moment. Fine. We are in your. He's like, we are. Yeah, I will let you take the lead on this for now. But
thanks, Aklo.
try not to do anything funny. So don't try anything funny.
That's fine. I'm not being funny. I'm just trying to do my job.
Continues walking with you
Yeah,
around the
so-
backside of the tent, so you don't necessarily get noticed walking.
around the backside of the tent and just.
You start walking up the what are they called? The rubble.
Path?
Start walking in towards it. I need you to do me a favor. I know what you have. I know you have observant. I know gives you a really good base 19. But unfortunately, 19 is not good enough. I need you to roll me a perception check, sir.
Higher than a 19. I
Mm-hmm.
want you to know, my perception isn't super great, so I have a very small chance of getting above a 19. So probably gonna fail this. Let's see. Yes.
Epically fails it.
Awesome.
That's a fumble.
That fumble we'll worry about in a minute. I need to roll something else real quick.
The Loper strikes.
I mean, is it a fumble though? Because I was rolling to see if I got higher than a 19, so the base is a 19.
It's a natty 1. It's still a fumble.
Right, but it was just to see if I could roll higher than my base, you know? No big deal. Just
Okay.
let that one go.
Dude, he makes me roll all the time. My base is a 13, and I get less than a 13.
Yeah, but I have observant.
He got a
Yeah, well,
22. Here's a question for you.
Oh, he got a 22.
You can actually modify his roll because it benefits the party. Would you want to luck his roll for a perception check? as
Do I
you're
have
walking?
luck now?
can
You
try.
said thanks, Akla, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I can luck his roll.
And if chat wants to modify it at all, they're welcome to use things like prayer, which lasts, of course, for a scene or whatever, right? They can use
Aklo,
something like
you
prayer
gave me this luck. I'll let
to
you
give that
decide.
to him.
Aklo's still here.
Aklo's still
imagine
here,
this.
but I think they usually watch while at work or whatever. But I could be wrong there. So they might not always be able to respond.
All right, you guys
Josh
are all
is
saying
saying-
luck it. Trust me, you need to luck it. All right.
Does anybody want to give... Oh, prayer of the gods was given.
Oh, okay. Well,
You
just
start
got-
walking
You
forward.
just got a 26.
You start walking... I actually have to GM roll something too.
so that's a 27 with prayer. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you see Cadus stops as you guys are walking up, and he looks a bit woozy. Whoa. Hold on, Elijah. Oof. Do you see that? You do not see any magic. Aside from the new items you bought.
Oh yeah, those off-screen items. Yeah. Yeah. So he just whispers something, wave his hand, be like, "There's nothing here."
No, it's this place, it's off. It's wrong. Something seems wrong here. And Cadus has to make a saving throw. Oh boy.
It's been altered. It's been altered by loopers.
Hold on. I have to make a wisdom saving throw, and that is not his forte.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Chat, I'm about to roll this.
He has prayer on him still, right?
He has prayer. I'm saying this
Thank God.
because the only reason I'm saying this out loud, effectively asking for it versus me just doing, right? Is because you guys probably don't realize this, but you can actually give him advantage if you want to, chat. You can actually give him Winifred's wisdom. Usually you can't for an NPC, but for this guy right now in this moment, because he's acting as part of the party, you actually can. Don't know if it'll help. And I'm so sorry. Okay, there we go. Aklo coming in for the win again. So he has a +1 to this roll with his advantage.
Work, buddy.
I assume work, but I could be very wrong. Here we go.
Either way, I appreciate you helping.
Yeah, Aklo, you're great.
Until he trumps us again.
Oh, 15.
Hey.
So
You know what? Aklo's trump was fine.
that's a 15, technically counts as a 16. Sir, do you want to try to luck that and see if you can make it better?
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
I mean, in all honesty, the last time I did a loper saving throw, I needed a 20.
Yeah, but I'd have to roll a 4 to get a 20. I've
Try-
rolled like
It's 25% chance versus a 0% chance.
over 50% of my last rolls have been 4s.
Do it, dude.
I don't know if
Why
I'm gonna
not?
burn a luck.
That's a really good
Do
wisdom,
it.
by the way.
It's almost the end of the turn.
Literally rolled 11 higher. That was really good.
Boom!
What's happening? Why have all my lucks been 4s or 1s?
Oh my god.
It's fine. Don't question it.
Oh my god.
Take it.
How good is this?
Yeah, Aklo never trumped. Quit trying to lie to me, Messy.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I'm sorry.
In Pathfinder, I would set this DC at 25, but Pathfinder saves are much higher. Oh my god. That is crazy.
Chat, thank you.
You see he's standing there, and all of a sudden he starts getting woozy. He literally, like, kind of, because he's wearing heavy armor, which throws off his balance, starts, like, reaching out for something to try to hold his balance. Do you try to, like, help him? Hold him up or anything?
Yeah, I'll jump to his side and like grab his arm, try to like throw his arm around me and try to keep him up.
He's like, this is wrong. Something here's wrong. I don't understand. Things aren't what they seem to be. I don't know. It's like things are off. Things are. Ugh. He's like
Ophelia was with
looking.
me, right?
Yep. She's looking at him rather concerned and looking at the place, looking at him rather concerned. She's like, I don't understand what this is.
Okay.
You can see that he's looking into the keep. You actually see two people happen to be walking around inside the keep. Like literally you can just see them kind of in that first floor that's exposed to like the light because again the wall has come down. You see them walking around inside there. They also start to look curiously over in the direction of his reaction. And he's looking at them, not at them maybe, but maybe he is looking at them. But again, he has that look of your friend who's like so drunk he's not going to remember this night ever for the rest of his life. And he's probably about to vomit. He has that kind of like look to him right now. We've all seen that look in our friend. And he's kind of like looking off in the direction at them or in that vicinity. It's like, ugh. What were we gonna say, Messi?
Okay. I kind of want to do like an immediate check for him. I'm just trying to decide. I used detect magic. I didn't discover any magic, so I don't want to try an Arcana check. So I'm deciding between just a basic medicine check to try to see if there's something I can do to help his symptoms, and a history check to see if perhaps I've heard of something like this before.
I would say medicine.
Medicine. Okay.
Not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave a 16.
It's a 17, remember, because you have the
Oh yeah.
Yep. So are you happy with that? Cool. So you have no idea. He just seems like somebody that, again, the way I just described it is almost like he just got snap drunk.
Okay.
He's like,
so it's not like a poison. Like it doesn't seem like he's.
it could be
sick
like
or
a poison. It could
naturally-
be drunk because being drunk is a poison, right? So it could be like that. So he's like, I don't understand. What, do you see that? Ugh, that structure. Do you see it?
I'm going to turn him around
Yep, you turn him around.
and try to like start walking him back out.
He tries to
and see
fight
if
back.
this-
No! No! I need to see it. The structure is... Where'd it come from? Why do I see two things? Why are there two things in front of me? There's rubble and steps. I don't understand. I don't understand. There's rubble and steps. And he starts like turning himself back, like against you. If you try to oppose him, we can make an opposed check.
I don't think I need to oppose him.
Go with him. Walk with him, man.
No, God no. Oh shit. I'm debating. You know what? Okay, so I'm
Join
leading
the
him out.
darkness, my friend.
He starts fighting me, trying to turn back to look at it again.
I'll probably win.
You probably won't.
Probably,
You probably won't. Because I'm gonna cast a spell.
On a
I'm going
commander.
to- I'm going to attempt to freeze him so that he can't turn around.
This is heresy.
Wisdom save? As a plus, in this situation, because now he's your enemy, he has a -1. Be clear.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I scotted it. Oh, that hurts. I'm gonna Eric it. Oh, that
Wow.
hurts.
Oh,
Look at
no.
both of those rolls.
Yeah,
Oh
those are
my
both
God.
rolls.
Too bad, man. Too bad.
Oh, a 15.
Watch
Does a
him still pass
15?
it.
Does a 15 pass?
15's my spell save DC.
Yeah, he passed. Woohoo! All right, so
Damn it.
he pulls past, starts pulling himself, walking forward. If you're still balancing him, you're coming along.
Fuck. Okay.
You see, as he's walking forward, you're walking up the rubble with him as you're walking forward, and finally he just stops, like right as you get to like the top of the rubble, right where you get to the top of like where the what's it called, where the rubble kind of gets to the first step of the floor. He just stops and he turns, and I just need you to make me a dex save, advantage.
Oh, fuck.
You jump out of the way easily in time as he turns, keels over, and just starts vomiting violently.
Is he currently facing the statue?
He's he's literally vomiting on the ground right there, because so it's
Like
like
in front of it?
he's now you guys are standing on the first floor of it, right? So he's just vomiting. It gets the attention of the other people around. They start noticing. They're watching. Is he okay? What's wrong with the commander? What's happening over here? A couple of voices, of course. How do you respond?
I'll shout, we gotta get him outside. And I'll try to drag him.
Ophelia says, "No, stop. Just keep him still. He needs a moment. Don't hurt him." She says, looking at you as she gives you a look.
Don't hurt him. I'm trying to get him out of here. What are you talking about?
That's right. Don't hurt him, Elijah. Mister, I'm gonna freeze him.
Then she turns around and says, the captain, he's just, sorry, the captain, she says, the commander, he's just injured. Please give him a moment. Water. Can somebody fetch him water? Quick. And one of the people actually go and get water. Another one steps forward and says, I'm medically trained. I can see to him. She says, no. He's just needs a moment. He's long travel. I think he ate bad berries on the way. She makes a deception check.
Why is Ophelia trying to get him not...
Ophelia knows something. Shush.
I mean, yeah, but why?
He's versed in the ways
He's-
of the Lopers.
He's vomiting.
That's
all
a
over the
hell of a
floor.
roll.
That didn't appear on stream either. That was weird.
It showed up on mine.
Oh, because I
You
did it. I
rolled?
did it in line chat. That's why.
No.
You didn't see the D20 roll.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But you rolled it.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, so yeah, 20 total. So they like kind of like hang back, and she gives you a look like, stop. He continues vomiting for a few minutes before finally, like not nonstop, like heaving, driving, whatever, several minutes. People come over, give him water. He like slaps it away. Eventually, they kind of like whatever it is that's getting him slows down, stops. He drinks the water, and somebody hands it to him again and says, "Away, men, away! I'm fine." And as people kind of like back off or whatever, and he stands up and he says, "I said I am fine. Unless somebody here wants the responsibility of cleaning the vomit off of my armor, I suggest you back off now." Everybody that's there kind of starts backing off and backing away.
Except
You-
Rena, because Rena has already dealt with shit. Vomit's nothing.
He then turns to you and says, "What do you see?" Again, he literally still has a little bit of vomit like on the side of his face and whatnot. He still has it on,
It's on
his
his
armor,
beard. It's like
on his
there's like a
boots.
chunk here.
It's just on him, but he doesn't care at the moment. He says, and then once they back off enough, he says, "What do you see?"
I see rubble of ruins.
You don't
No
see it.
Structure? No. And there's no magic in here. I'm telling you.
No magic that you know of.
He steps down. He like he as he walks down the rubble, says, "Come with me." He walks down the rubble part way and then turns around, says, "Come with me."
Come with me, and you'll see
Um,
a world filled with pure imagination.
Shh. What do you do?
Elijah's going to stand still and say, "Tell me what happened to you first."
I see something different than what you see. Come here.
Is Ophelia going, or she like? fuck that?
Her eyes are narrowed. She's looking at you almost like she's trying to get your opinion. She can clearly see you seem freaked out. And she says, "This is probably Loper related. We know what's here."
He just threw up for like 3 minutes straight.
That's
Just
fine.
for seeing it.
Let's see what it is. Otherwise, we have to trust his word. Unless you prefer it differently, maybe only one of us should go, and the other should stay.
Flip a coin to see who goes with him.
Sure. Odd to be messy.
All right. One is me, two is her. Oh fuck! I really don't want it to be me. All right. All right. Perfect. Bye.
You say, "You go." She nods, walks down. He looks at you, annoyed, and she says, "We don't know what kind of magics are affecting your minds, how these Lopers are affecting you. It's important that one of us keeps clarity, or fog, whatever it is. Let's make sure that there's nothing negative happening before we all just jump in." He nods, understanding. He takes her hand.
I'm not confident.
He takes her hand as he stands halfway down the rubble, and they turn around. They're facing towards you halfway down the rubble. He takes her hand and says, "Do you feel that?" As he starts having her kind of like lean forward and start caressing the rubble. She's like, "It's rubble." He's like, "No, it's not. Before you, there's a structure. It's like large steps set before you. If you look, Elijah's standing on top of the bottom step of these large steps. Of course, the structure, it's so wide. In the center of the structure, there's much smaller steps. As we walked up the rubble, what looked like rubble to you, there is small steps that you're actually walking up, not rubble. And now he stands on top of one of the large steps that's sitting there. It's like it's a strange structure. I've never seen anything like it beforehand. Wish I could describe it better than I am, but I just can't. Please reach forward and touch where this is. This isn't rubble. There are steps before you. Very large steps. And he grabs her hand and he starts trying to like guide it to almost like it's touching some 90-degree turn. And he's guiding her to do it. She's going to re-roll her check, but this time with advantage. Trying to see her DC. Her ability.
You roll her check.
Yeah. She rolled a perception earlier when you did.
You did?
Yep. You just didn't see it was GM rolled.
Ah, clever.
What'd she roll?
If you didn't see it, her perception was shit.
Well, she has a 16. Because I rolled 2 10s. Plus 6. 16. Plus 1 for Prayer of the Gods. 17. That's not gonna be high enough. So she's like, I just don't see it. I don't see what you're talking about. He's like, you have to understand. Allow me to. I need parchment. No, Cadus. No, that's your name. Elijah. Parchment and a quill, please.
You gotta come up here to get it. No, I'm kidding. I'll go down there.
Oh my God!
As you start walking, there's like, look at the way he walks. He's walking down rubble. No, look at the funny way his feet are stepping. That's because he's balancing down rubble. No, you don't see it. His hips aren't moving that way. His hips are moving to walk down steps. And she's really looking and really trying to focus on it. I don't know, Cadus. I don't know if I see it.
What are you talking about?
Can he luck her roll though, Scott?
He could have, but
well, hold on. I'm gonna go down with a paper and quill, and I'm going to, after I hand it to him while he's doing his thing, I'm gonna touch the spot he tried to make her touch.
You feel rubble.
Yeah, okay, so I'm just like rubbing it, and I'm like,
you feel rubble. He starts drawing a picture. He's not a good artist. He starts drawing a picture. The picture, and just to put this, everybody else can see it. We're gonna go.
D20. I want to see how good it is.
We're gonna go map page.
Performance check.
He starts drawing an image. He's like
Dexterity check.
He's like, it looks like.
What happened to our cameras? Wait, what? Why is it Kingmaker?
Oh, sorry. I pressed the wrong one. There you go.
Hey, it's my forehead.
Wait.
Oh.
What?
Fixed it.
Oh, Will's in Kingmaker. I forgot.
Yeah. Are you sad? That makes me sad too.
I miss Will.
He said he'd come back for me.
Hey, look, I'm Marina now.
I'm still me.
I'm Ophios.
Damn it.
I'm still me.
Like an Aztec temple, Daelric?
Hold on. All right, it's hard to draw that last one.
I was gonna say, I love that he's trying to draw this.
Yeah, that last one's just a little difficult to draw because of the way it works. 1 second. Just gonna go bump, 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 bump. How it ends, and then right here you're gonna see going down the entire line. There is bump. Ignore the actual length, right? Because he's just trying to draw this.
Oh, so it almost looks like a Mayan temple.
So and it almost looks like, and again, these are little steps going up. So I should have probably done that in a different color. I think I could still change the color for these two, right here. I change this to say black. Cool, I can. I'm gonna go like this right here. And then these are like little steps that are kind of going up, carved in. He's like, do you see the structure here? Do you see what I'm discussing? She's like, I see what you're trying to draw, but that's just simply not what's there. He's like, no, understand. Look at this this image here. Understand how it looks, and then
he's trying so hard.
Elijah, I need you to go back. Go back again. Walk up this rubble, but walk up as slowly as you can. Do me a favor though. Do not walk up near the center of the rubble. Stay to the side. To the best of your ability, stay to the side so we can watch you climb up here. And what do you do?
I go really slowly on the side like this.
Okay, so you start like going up more or less up on the side of the rubble, sort of a thing. He's like, now watch him closely. Watch how he's not going upstairs. he's not, she's like, he's climbing up rubble. He's climbing, using hands and knees to go over a ledge. She watches again. I can actually open roll this because it doesn't need to be hidden anymore. I've already said what our modifiers and whatnot.
Actually, you can't see it because you're not where I am. Here, take this.
Ooh.
That's a 24. Do you want to luck that?
No.
I mean, based off of what he rolled less than that, I think.
No, he rolled higher.
Oh, I don't see his roll, so.
he rolled a 22.
No,
Oh, he rolled
That
a
was a
26,
wisdom
27.
save, bro.
He rolled 27,
he rolled really high.
right?
Do you want to?
7.
Luck it. Luck it.
Oh,
It's
no,
probably a 25. Luck it.
Why would he make me burn a luck for his NPC?
Just do it.
Another perfect 4. Great, yeah.
Whoa, he is. He seems to be climbing up
You know that
a ledge. Oh, hold on. What is going on? There is something there. There's something. There's something there. And now I have to roll a different check for her.
She
You know
has a
the-
solid wisdom. I
the
think,
gift of
though.
the
Again,
the gift
I
of the
straight up want to
serpent.
say, does anybody want to give her Winifred's wisdom? Because she does not have it. Would anybody like to offer her Winifred's wisdom because she is an NPC? But this is one of those rare moments where it can actually be given. Oh, luck bully.
I don't have enough. Aklo did it again.
Aklo coming in for the wins.
It's like, guys, I have to work. Stop.
She has a better luck than a wisdom than Cadis does, but she doesn't have like the greatest in the world, right? So hopefully she rolls well because unfortunately it is based off of die rolls. All right, get ready to luck again. Are you ready?
Oh my god.
Fuck it.
Ooh, that is a 19 because she has +1 from prayer.
Yeah.
So
Once again,
Oh,
once again, Aklo, that is a huge upgrade right there. Good job.
Yep.
So if I roll a 1,
It would still be a 20.
it would be a 20. Yeah, if
Right.
the DC is 20.
Cadis have an
Can't hit
aura
25,
of
but I get a
what?
20.
I'm sorry, what do you mean by does Cadis have an aura? Do you want to DM me,
Can I
Josh?
choose for? I don't like messy. sitting
DM
here
me in
being-
Discord. I have it open, Josh. What's up?
I want to choose the roll luck here. Why does messy?
Yeah,
get
you can
to
click it. Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. I'm
Yeah,
good.
it's an NPC.
Another
4
4.
again,
What is
Jesus.
happening?
She all of a sudden she's like,
broken.
wait, no, there is something. Oh god. Now she's a snake. Snakes don't have the same kind of intestines and GI tract that people do. Watching her vomit is genuinely frightening. She's just kind of like, and you literally start seeing food coming up from her, but it's unchewed food. You start seeing the food that she eats because she eats the same kind of stuff that you can because the way that the type of Sloko she is, she's able to actually like digest more human-like food than say Ophios does normally. That's why Ophios eats differently than you guys sometimes.
She can't
Oftentimes.
swallow things as big as Ophios because Ophios actually has a snake head.
Correct.
Oh, you're good at swallowing big things.
But
huh,
she
Ophios?
still
Is that
has the
how it
same
goes?
kind of GI tract, so she still swallows things whole. So it's one of
It's
those
just
things where
smaller.
she just takes big
That's
bites and
that's pretty
swallows
cool.
them, big bites and swallows them. So the food that comes up is like chunks of barely or partially digested food. Just like, oh, it's just like plops out and kind of like almost like bounces away, as opposed to this like mess of like liquidy kind of stuff. It's literally just chunks of food because they don't have the same kind of system on the inside. It
It
is,
takes longer to digest.
yeah. So
Yeah, while she's vomiting, Elijah is gonna shout from far away where he is now. He's gonna shout, well, now I really hope I don't see it.
again, people come back trying to check on her, and Cadis turns around and says to the soldiers, "Back. She's fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. Back to your positions."
Or I'll kill you.
Sir, do you want water? She does not want water. Believe it or not, as we traveled, we had water with us. And they're like, "Oh shit, the commander is not messing around right now." And so they all kind of like back off and away from Cadis for that. And just for funsies, no, we don't have to. Okay, cool. So and they back away. She continues dry heaving and vomiting stuff and shivering and just making these weird noises and whatnot. And you can see just as she's retching and vomiting, just the way her body contorts and stretches. I don't think you realized this before, but now roll me a perception check with advantage, Messi.
Higher than a 19. To have observant.
Oh, that's weird. There you go. Higher than 19. Yeah, roll me a perception check, sir. Sorry.
Okay. No, I didn't beat 19.
You notice? No, you don't worry about that because you're actively looking as opposed to passively looking, right? So you're looking and you're watching.
Wait,
you actually see her neck is like the way it's like craning and stretching, the way it's moving unnaturally. It's moving just the way her these like convulsions and almost like unconscious movements are. They seem unnatural. They don't seem human. She seems off, different, strange. Cadus didn't look like this when he was vomiting before. But something about her seems not right.
Already know why?
I don't think you already know she's a Zholgov. I don't think you know that she's not human. You know Ophios.
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know about her. She didn't tell you that.
Oh, yeah, but I did watch her chug like 3 bottles of very strong alcohol and feel nothing.
And your character's really fucking smart, so you probably put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, so now after this, I'm like, okay, yeah.
It's almost serpentine, the way she's looking. She's moving.
Yeah, oh, wow. I wonder why.
Okay, moving on. Several minutes of dry heaving and vomiting and whatnot happening, and then finally she kind of like settles, and she looks up and she says, "It's true. There's something here. It's a structure unlike any structure I've ever seen before. This is strange."
Her voice changed? She has the
she's in
now?
She's in a bit of a state at the moment, as you can imagine. She's
What state? Florida? Georgia?
Shut up.
Sorry, go ahead. Just shut up. Yeah.
This is strange. This is Elijah. You need to see this. This is not what you think it is. There's something before us. No.
Elijah,
we needs to go inside here. And then you see
guys did really well on your wisdom saves.
And then you see
I don't want to see what a failed wisdom save looks like.
And then you see the two of them kind of like look startled. Like, oh, she's like, "Ooh, that was not nice." And he's like, he starts rushing forward and he starts like running up the rubble next to you.
Like,
and he
towards
kneels
me?
down by your side. He's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Kneeling down, looking at nothing on the floor. And then he looks surprised as he reaches down a hand to help somebody stand. He reaches out a hand to something and he's like, "Here, let me help you. What's your name? Are you okay?" "It's a pleasure meeting you as well. My name is Cadus Medahina. Inside with your... I can try to go inside with you." He looks back to Ophelia and says, "Do you want to assist him?" And she nods and says, "Yes, I do, but..." And then she looks over, like, kind of like does a head nod over towards Elijah. And he turns around and says, "Elijah, can you see him?"
No.
"The Hufue,
No.
Can you see the Hufue that just fell onto the ground?"
No.
He looks at the Hufue and says, "Can you wait?" "What do you mean? I don't see anybody else here." He looks at her and says, "Do you see anybody?" "I do not." "Maybe it's another layer, another illusion or whatever this is." She says, "Perhaps, but I don't see anybody else, though of course I do see the Hufue as well." "Listen, I would love to go with you, but unfortunately, my companion here, he doesn't seem to be able to see the structure. He doesn't seem to be able to see you." "Indeed. Of course I tried to show him the structure." Yes.
Can you see me?
He hears you, looks back and
wave
says,
his arm towards
"That's a
whatever
good
he's
question.
touching.
Can you see him?" "No, it is strange, isn't it?" She walks up and says, almost like there's a barrier between the two sides. And she's like, "It is strange indeed. You did what?" And they both listen for a few moments, and like, he says, well, unfortunately, I do not have that kind of skill, and I do not think that it would convince him to see what it is that we see. No, I'm not willing to give it a try. He looks past behind him. I'm telling you, I do not see your friends entering, but I don't want to hold you up either. Damn it. We'll try your methods as well and see if it helps to get him through. Good luck inside.
Before he goes, can you stop him?
One more moment.
Ask him the date.
My apologies.
Ask him what the date is.
He turns around and says, do you know what the date is? And he turns back around and says, he says, I'm sorry, what? And as you can see, she looks like a little concerned. And whoever's there responds again. And he says, thank you. And he turns back. Solance doesn't know what the date is, because it's probably different.
I don't have calendars. I don't understand.
No.
Keep track of days.
She responds saying, "No, you couldn't hear him. He said that things are strange. He seemed confused as he answered the question. Like, he seemed confused and he knew the answer. But he said that time is different inside than it is outside. He said that the date might not be the same. He doesn't know."
I mean,
Does he know what the date is from where he's from? Does he can't give us
That
anything?
was the only answer he gave. Then he went inside. Lucky enough for us, though, we saw how he entered and where. We know where there's a door. Because I'll be honest, she says, looking to Cadus, I didn't see that door. I didn't before and I don't now. But I did see where he went in. So obviously we can continue searching there. They look back at you and say, I think it's time, Elijah.
I know what this is.
And for what?
I think we...
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I think we need to get Ophios. Clearly your mind is too weak to see through this.
No, yeah, let's go.
And so from that, they begrudgingly turn and start walking away from where they are. The commander comes up and says, did you find anything? He shakes his head and says, no, we didn't even go in. And the commander says, I won't lie, I'm pissed off that what you did. But, she's been in there for a long time. How long? It's been months, and she's never come out. Nobody's come out? No. Others have. They've brought supplies in. But nobody has seen her, and she hasn't come out. And her order was to stay here until she returns. I wasn't about to go against her order, at least not yet. Cadus nods and says, then follow your command. He says that I suggest you follow your command, Commander. Gives an appropriate, salute, and starts walking by.
It's gonna be a long fucking time. This is gonna be really long.
They, three of you, start traveling away, and that is where we're going to end our session.
Great. I have so much I wish I could talk about, but I really have to go. It's 2 a.m. and I have work tomorrow.
Yeah, I also have work, and I have my daughter in the morning beforehand and whatnot.
That's
So
nice.
we got to do a hard out. So sorry to keep you extra late there, Messy.
Look at that.
Yeah, there's a lot
I
that we have
enjoyed
to finish.
that.
Yeah.
That last hour was great. Yeah. I'm glad
God.
we stuck it out.
You did it again, so I had to role play with one person you couldn't see with two people you can say. Ah!
Yeah,
Anyways,
that was interesting. You did a good job.
it's pretty fucked
That
up.
was really well done.
Yeah, we're not, at least not with, I can't.
No.
I have to go to bed. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I gotta
I have to go to bed.
More with
All right, let's,
feeling.
whoa!
Whoa, you are the gift that keeps giving, my friend. Thank you.
Holy shit, you guys are, oh boy. Okay, so 10 gift subs, thank you so much. Let's keep going. Tyler, or sorry, you know, everybody roll a d20, quick, roll a d20.
Oh.
Highest one goes first.
Once more with feeling.
A
I
four.
like how you rolled with advantage.
I did.
All right,
Yeah.
Rena, you go first.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
Wait, no, I
All
didn't.
right.
Oh, never
Hi,
mind.
it's me, Rena the Destroyer. You
Once
guys
more
know
with
me.
feeling.
Who?
This has been an insane session. I will tell you what. Super cool. But you can find me by Rena the Destroyer here on Twitch, Twitter,
Once more
Instagram,
with
all those
feeling.
things. I have not been streaming lately, but hoping to get back to it soon. So really, that's all I got. Honestly, please follow all of these other lovely
Once
people here
more
with
with
me,
feeling.
Tyler, Messi, and Scott, or Daelric, as you know him better. But yeah,
Nerd.
I appreciate hanging out with all y'all. This was fun.
Next up is Messi. What are you doing, sir?
Hey, what's up? I'm Messi Was Taken on Twitch and Messi Twitch on Twitter. Huh. So, real quick, guess what's happening this weekend?
You're gonna get laid.
Maybe, but also
The 13th and 14th.
the Twitch NBA Stream League
What day?
draft
What day?
Sunday.
What time?
Sunday.
Dunson and
Sunday.
I are gonna finish.
I'm actually
we're gonna get a
working
time
this Sunday. I
tomorrow.
never work Sunday. I'm actually working this Sunday. What time?
Hey, it's all good, man.
What time?
It's all good. You're not first round, dude.
What
Don't worry about
time?
it. All right, we're figuring out the time tomorrow because
me.
we're dropping the teaser tomorrow. There's
Yeah,
gonna be a
text me
teaser
too.
tomorrow. So follow
Yeah,
me
both
on
of our
Twitter.
numbers. Group
I-
text us.
Yeah, I'll at you guys. I'll text you whatever. That's fine.
Rena, nobody has
And,
your number
I'm
because
really
you're a
excited.
girl.
That's not true. I have Rena's number.
Well, good job.
Wow. Wow, Rena.
I'm so excited.
Wow.
I'm so.
Wow.
Hold on. I'm not done talking about myself.
You're scared of my wife?
Follow me on Twitch. The stream's gonna happen on Dunce's channel, so that's twitch.tv/dunk DUNC TV. Follow him on Twitter also. We're gonna put out trailers and stuff. Check it out. I'm so excited. We've been working on this for like 3 months. It's gonna be great. Thanks. That's it.
Tyler.
All right. Hi, I'm Tyler. I posted a video on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/apocalypto12. I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/apocalypto_12. And in the future, hopefully, I'll be playing some Splatoon with Rena and another friend of mine named Fu on stream. So that should be a really fun time in the future because I've never played a Splatoon game. So I have a few different things I'm working on in the future. But all I will say is pay attention to the world and keep working to make the world a better place. And you can do just that by being the best version of yourself every single day.
And
Change is good.
helping others. All right,
Yeah.
let's get out of here. I'm tired. We're gonna raid my little brother
That's
Eric.
all, folks.
We're gonna raid my little brother Eric. He's playing something. I think it was Dark Souls or something like that. I don't know.
Wow.
Let's go
Yo,
over
you
there.
see that Demon Souls reboot coming for the PS5?
Yes,
bro?
it looks sick, bro.
Hell yeah.
Let's go raid Eric. Let's share some nerd love to him. Tell him not to fall asleep on stream. So literally, as we raid him, the message that you want to deliver to him is don't fall asleep. Hey, remember that, everybody. When we raid
No
Eric,
sleeping.
don't fall asleep or no sleeping. Pre-type it,
Eric, no
control
sleeping.
copy, and get ready to spam chat with no sleeping, don't fall asleep, stay awake, anything like that. So control C
Be woke.
and get ready. Control V, enter, control V, enter, control V, enter. Come on, spam them. Let's go, people. Goodbye, good night.
Move out.
And thank you all. Thank you all. Next week is gonna be fucking crazy. That's all I can say is
so
next Regicide is gonna be fucking crazy. All right.
I'm here.
And that's gonna be the tail end of the session when they actually get in there because we have other shit we gotta do. So all right, bye. Bye.